disconnect us. Shoot, I'm gonna lay you down for a second because I need to turn. Shoot, I need to turn. Shoot, and I try to keep track of when I'm horizontal or not. Okay, sorry, y'all know. And actually, you know what it is? I did have in my notes I was horizontal, but I've only been awake an hour. And so I'm just like, hey, Janet, did I just see you? So I need to organize my desk because, first of all, City Beauty, hey, Sarah. City Beauty Plumping Oil. This one is Sangria. I, thankfully, yesterday, what happened? What's today? Monday. Saturday, I had a client. Hey, Alicia. So that really threw off my sleep schedule. I mean, my sleep schedule is what it is, but then I was just exhausted because my appointment was at, hey, Grace. And so after my client left, I did take a nap, and then I was up all night. And I just kept saying, whenever I fall asleep, I'm gonna fall asleep. So I was putting boring movies on TV. And so I did nap yesterday for like 30 minutes here and then another 30 minutes because I knew I had an oil change this morning and I needed to be there at 7:45. And I'm like, usually I'm like winding down. And so did that, then ran errands, came home, got home around 11 something. I think I fell asleep around 12 something. And I had my usual 90-minute wake up, and then my alarm was set for 6 o'clock. So I got up. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Janessa. So I got up and I saw that Bestie was live. So I put that on while I was doing my hygiene and fixing my oatmeal for breakfast and everything. So anyway, long story short, when I came home from my appointment and running errands, I just put stuff on my desk. And so there's a lot of crap in front of me. Not crap, but we're going to open this and talk about this, which has something to do with this. And then we're going to get into this box. I'm excited. I have water here. I have Mountain Dew. I don't think I need Mountain Dew. I'm debating whether or not to do just a quick foundation concealer powder face. I have my sponge tips here. I have my trash can that I'm going to put on this side of me. Yes, I just need to move some stuff out of my own way. So one thing, y'all, that's funny, and I made a note not to forget to talk about it. Some of you were here a year ago when I was getting Temu PR and then the affiliate program, and then they asked me to be on something else, influencer thing. So they have PR, affiliate, and influencer. And I'm going to talk about this too. So let me leave that here because I have a question. Because I'm just like, what? So they emailed me again. So a year ago, when they, PR was great. Well, it was nice to try new stuff. And I made it a point to get stuff that, Dawn, they emailed me. And I'm like, did they, either it's new people on the team, or they don't keep up with who used to be on the team, or they just a glutton for punishment. From me, anyway. Hey, Locke. And so I put the video, the Temu T video, in the description box if y'all want to go back and watch that. And I did rewatch it. And it's only like 20-something minutes long. But it was just, it's an MLM basically. And they don't say that up front. It's like the deeper you get in, the more stuff you see. And it's like, what the fuck is this? Let me do the intro before I start cursing. Hello and welcome to those who are watching the replay and who are new here. My name is Dion. I call this the Crazy Troll Nation. Crazy because just knowing it's okay to be your authentic self. You see how I came on here and I'm just like, so just knowing it's okay to be your authentic self, however your authentic self is. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You will hear you need to try this brand, that brand, blah, 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 blah. And I'm here to tell you, use whatever you want to get your makeup on mirror in a way that you are satisfied with it. The bottom line here is self-acceptance and self-love, embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you cut your shirts crooked. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. But we are going to put on some face paint. So, oh, I do curse because I curse sometimes. That's why I wanted to do the intro, because that's at the end of my intro for those who don't know. And there's an organism that lives in my throat that randomly hiccups, gargles, and belches. I try to be aware of it so I can say, excuse me. I did just drink like 40 ounces of water, so I guess I was thirsty. So I saw a comment. I'm sure most dropped Temu like I happened. Some didn't. Some didn't. Thank you, Dawn. She said my video was the most eye-opening. People don't want to talk about it, and I remember in that video, well, because I did rewatch it, but I was saying that I was nervous to do that video, and somebody commented, "Don't be nervous. You're telling the truth, and this is something that people need to know." The reason I was nervous about doing that video is because I knew people as much as you can know through social media. But people that you're cool with, you message, chit chat back and forth outside of YouTube. And I know a couple people, they were balls deep into Temu. And a couple channels, it was just Temu, like it was a Temu channel. And one person in particular, she was like, this is a Temu house, blah, blah. And every video for months, every week was another Temu haul, Temu. And so I was nervous about doing that video because I didn't want anybody to feel like, it's good you didn't, at least you. I didn't want anybody to watch and feel like, oh, Dion's calling out so and so, because I wasn't calling out anybody. I was just talking about the brand, the company. But the thing is when you say something that's not good or not positive about a brand or a company, that makes me kind of side eye people who are balls deep. You know what I mean? And so that might have been just me projecting. That people might think I'm calling people out. But that's why I was nervous to do the video, because I was just like, and like one person, we know Temu's overseas. Hopefully all of you know Temu is overseas, right? The person who was saying, this house is a Temu house, blah, 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 blah. And she was saying how Temu is an American company. She was like, do y'all research. Their headquarters is based in such and such, state, United States. And I'm thinking, you can be almost anywhere and get an address in another place. And so I'm like, just because it has a U.S. address for headquarters doesn't mean that Temu is an American company. It's not. And a perfect example is, when I was on my makeup Instagram, me and Hooded Marina, who I missed so much, she used to do some really amazing eye looks. And she was, I don't want to say the Philippines. She wasn't in the Philippines. She was somewhere overseas, though. One of the island countries. Not one of the island countries, one of the Asian countries. And she had paid to have an address here. So if people wanted to send her stuff, they can send it here, but then she had to pay for that service. Just like if I pay for a post office box. My post office box is in a different city than the city I live in. And so that's the same concept. So she and other people I know too that live overseas, they pay to have an address here, like a shipping address or someplace that can take your stuff, and then they ship it to you. And so I'm thinking like, this person really believes Temu is an American company. And I'm just like, this is not. And so that told me something. Like, okay, this. And so, but that's why I was nervous doing that video, because I knew quite a few people who were like, and not in and out of it like me, but they were like balls deep. Like every video for like months was just Temu stuff. And I was just like, hey, Tony. And so that's why I was nervous, because if I was balls deep and I saw that video, I would have felt called out and offended, honestly. So that's why I was nervous when I did that video. Not because what I was saying wasn't the truth, because you could have looked on the site. But once you get into it and you start seeing more information, it's like, these motherfuckers are crazy. But so that's that. So I put that link down below. So I was really surprised. I didn't reply to the email yet. I was really surprised to get the email, because I'm just like, it brought back all these memories. And I was saying, no, I wasn't saying, because this is my first time talking about it since then. Aside from a few people, I'm like, Temu emailed me again about their program after a year. I still have the t-shirts, except one that was too small. Um, one hoodie was too tight, so I didn't keep that. But I do have the other hoodie, and I have the skinny jeans. But the skinny jeans are weird because the waist stretches so much that anytime I move, like the pants just keep sliding off my ass, and I got a chunky ass. Like I got a bubble, and so if you're going to slide off the bubble, I'm just like. But anyway, so I do still have the clothing that I had, and it was really good. And I remember my first PR thing purchase because they say you have X amount of money you can use. I got sticky notes because I tried to be sensible. Like, what am I going to use? I don't just want to get crap. Well, not. I didn't want to just get stuff to get it, and that's what a lot of people were doing. They were like Temu hauling hour-long videos, and I'm just like, that's just a bunch of cheap stuff. But anyway, so I got sticky notes. I got whiteout tape because I always use that. I always use sticky notes. I did try makeup. I think my third time around irritated my skin, of course, and so I'm like, okay, let me just try clothes. And so the clothes were okay. The t-shirts were really nice. Excuse me, but so I'm just like. So I don't know whether I am going to reply back or not. And I had said in that video, I said, just be a regular consumer. And they did give me a 30% off code. It was not affiliated in the sense that I would get any commission or any kind of way. Um, but I said, just be a regular consumer, find somebody's 30% off code, and just shop. I'm like, do not get into them programs. If you want to do the PR program, they give you a certain amount of your credit and you get stuff and then you do your video, whatever, that's fine. I said, but that affiliate program and then the influencer stuff, them wanting to dictate your content and approve your, I'm like, no. If I do a video, good for you, Tony. I think for like arts and crafts type stuff, I think it would be good because like the post-it notes was just a couple of dollars and it was like a whole pack. And I did actually use them all over time. So it just depends on what it is. And some people were buying stuff just to see, is this better than the more expensive stuff we get here? But I'm like, I'm not just buying stuff just to be buying stuff. But and one person, they denied her video for payment, so she, had to redo something. I'm not redoing shit. Like, you're not gonna. And that was the whole thing. It's like, you're not gonna dictate what content I do on my channel. But anyway, so that's that thing. What I want to ask y'all, we're switching gears. I am going to send this to my PR rep. And so I'm going to do timestamps after this is over. So she can just go right to the swatches. But my oil changed this morning. And I did pay for the lifetime oil change. So all oil changes on my vehicle are free. And I think it was maybe $400. But lifetime free oil changes, and then they do like a 21-point check. And even if I sell my vehicle, it transfers because the thing goes with the VIN number. So when I bought this vehicle September 2017, I've been going there ever since for free oil changes because it's free and they do the check, right? 2 oil changes ago, they said that my transmission fluid was low. And then, because they always come back and be like, they always say something. Okay, we recommend this or that. And then he was like, your transmission fluid is low, so we do recommend blah, blah, blah. And he said it was weird that it was low. And I said, I'll wait till next time. And ever since that oil change, they never mentioned to me when they did the checks, the transmission fluid was low. So I'm just like, was it really low? Or are you just saying shit? So today, the lady comes up to me after they did the oil change and did the checks. And she was like, well, they did the checks. Hey, Sunsaray. And they checked the brakes. And I'm going to read. Where is it? Because I let me know what you think. So she came up to me and said that the mechanic that was working on my vehicle said my brake pads were close to metal. And so they recommended that I let them give me new brakes. And it was $1,000. And I'm like, I ain't got $1,000 today for that. So she said, okay, we'll just leave it as a recommendation. Here's my question. If my brake pads and rotors are close to metal on metal, they should have been like, your vehicle is a death, I think. They would have been like, your vehicle is a death trap. You're, setting yourself up, for an accident or for your brakes to give out. So you need to get this done as soon as possible. But no, they were like, okay, we'll just leave it as a recommendation. And that was it. So what do y'all think? Are my brakes close to metal, or were they just saying that? Because I'm like, if it was really like that, like, wouldn't it be more urgency to it? Because if your brake pads and rotors are close to metal, that's like you're going to get an accident really soon because your brakes won't work or you're going to be grinding. So that's my question. Like, what do y'all think? Were they just trying to get me or not? And they have a program that they can give you a line of credit that, and they pay for it, and then you pay it back. So it's sort of like a loan. And I'm like, but then I still got to pay that back. I'm like, I don't have $1,000 a day. So I'm like, no. So anyway, let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think it's really I'm close to metal, or were they just trying to make up something to get me to pay for something? That's my question. So I'm not going to do foundation and concealer and stuff because I'm realizing I got a lot of stuff that I was planning to do, but it's a lot. So I kind of want to get to it. I don't know why I feel like I'm rushing. And I haven't had Mountain Dew, but for some reason I feel like I need to rush. And I don't know why. Maybe because I'm looking at all this stuff in front of me. So what do y'all think about the brake thing? Because I'm just like, if it was really close to metal, wouldn't they be like, you need to get this fixed as soon as possible? You know what I mean? Let me know what y'all think. Yeah, it does. But they do the first 90 days interest free. And then after that, you know, it's whatever rate that it is. And I'm thinking, okay, $1,000, if I split that up over 3 months, that's like $300 something. I'm like, I ain't got that. So I did that when I needed tires. They had, I think the company was called Good Tires. And it was free financing for a year. So I did apply for the credit card and I got it. And I paid it off in a year. So I didn't pay any interest on my tires. But, okay, y'all were, you know, when I'm horizontal, the comments don't pop up. When I'm vertical, the comments stay there. And so I'm reading your comments. Okay, never shop from Temu. Okay, that was Tony. Dawn says, I stopped trusting a shop that said I needed brakes, and my friend who knows cars said no, not true. And it's always something that they say. And just like going back to the transmission fluid. Okay, you telling me it's low, but then every oil change after that, you're not telling me it's low. So I'm like, was it really? I don't think so. Trying to upscale you and getting new brake pads, that says Sylvia. I think so too. Get a second opinion, says Tony. There is a local place I was thinking to go to just to have them check my brakes. But asking first, how much would you charge to just check the brakes? But Dawn says, go to a shop you trust, but ask someone who knows cars fast. I'm lucky I have a car buffer. What's a car buffer? Or is it boofer? And the thing is, I don't really know anybody here. I know people in New Jersey, but I don't want to go all the way to New Jersey and be like, can you check my brakes? Oh, buffs. Okay. So that the person is buff? It's probably on the way, but if it was dire and they didn't stress that, they would potentially have some liability. So to me, it feels good to have, not need right now. And that's how I was feeling. And so the way I said how she said, oh, we'll just keep it as a recommendation. But I'm looking on the paper and it does say caution, action to take. Note, brake pads and rotors are close to metal. But the way she said it was like, oh, So the shop around the corner, I'll go. And I used to go there with my previous vehicle for oil changes, my previous vehicle. Some offer free brake checks. I hope they do. I'm going to go. When was the last time you changed your brakes? I never changed my brakes. Unless they did it when they did my tires. Like, I'm one of them people where, like, I just drive my vehicle. And it's just like, I'm looking at my mustache and I do want to put on foundation. I take it somewhere else and have them check it. Says Sunday. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Loans come with interest. Yeah. So I'll see what this other guy says. Yeah, I've never changed my brakes. And I bought it September 2017. My friend's husband is a mechanic. So he did my brakes for $200. Said my back brakes are fine. Yeah, they're saying both, the front and the back. And I'm like, the shop I go to says Dawn has been there a long time. A gal said she's been going to him for 25 years. Good enough for me. Yeah, and the only reason I don't go to the dude around the corner is because I get the free oil changes at this place. at the dealership where I purchased it. So that's why I stopped going to this guy. But when that person rear-ended me, well, no. When I was I've been rear-ended twice in the last couple of years. Well, that's maybe 4 years. And I very seldom, I have an SUV. I very seldom use my trunk. And this guy, I put on my blinker to make a right turn, and then I get rammed in the back. And it was an Oriental dude, and he was like, your brake light was on. I said, yeah, but that don't mean you speed up while I'm still in front of you. So he didn't really know a lot of English, and so he called an Asian friend of his that spoke English, and she came out. And it didn't look like any damage. He was in the SUV too. And so I let it go, because I'm like, it don't look like anything's wrong. And maybe like 4 months later, I go to open my tailgate, and it won't open. So it turns out that it was pushed in, and it's dented, but it doesn't look like it's dented. And so then every time I would get my vehicle, it would say liftgate ajar. And the lights were not going out. And I'm like, okay, this is going to kill my battery. And so I took it to the place around the corner that I just told y'all about. And they said I would have to go to an auto body shop because they would have to take the bumper off to fix the latch so that it would fully close, or at least not show up that it's open. And so even now, I said, well, I just won't go in there, because I didn't even try to go in my trunk till like 6 months later. So I really don't use my trunk. And even when I went to the dealership, they were like, yeah, you would have to take it to a body shop. We have one we could recommend we use down the street. And I'm like, I knew not to do that. So I never did it. But they did get, yes, Dawn, it was. So they were able to keep pushing on it, because of course I tried to do that just to get it to say that the lift gate was not ajar, so that it wouldn't kill my battery. And so they were able to push it enough where it doesn't say it's open. But if I open my car door and I start my car, well, SUV, excuse me, it will say lift gate ajar. So what I have to do is close my car door first and then start my vehicle. And it'll still say lift gate ajar, but the light will go out like right away. When I get out of my vehicle and I push the button to lock it, it used to beep once, but now it beeps twice because it's telling me a door is open. And the lights stay on for like 10 minutes and then the lights go out. So I just know, okay, the lights will go out after like about 10 minutes. But so I haven't got that fixed yet, because I'm just like, it's not a hassle. I just have to remember, get in, close the door, then start the vehicle. The lights will go out. And if I'm leaving my vehicle to go into a store, I know it's going to just go out in like 10 minutes. But, so that's that story. Does that look better? I want to buy a Tesla they ride. So, Tony, please tell me you're joking. Please. Okay, I'm not going to laugh. Please tell me you're joking before I laugh. Because I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to. The one that Trump said he was going to buy, and we know damn well he ain't buying that Tesla. Who was I watching? Somebody was watching. They said the Tesla he said he was going to buy has 37 recalls on it. So like, it is just insane. Like, but anyway, excuse me. So that's the story about that. And so I figure whenever I go to sell it, I'll let them know or deduct the price or whatever for them to have the tailgate fixed. Oh, so you're being serious? You finally got your hood latch fixed. It was zip tied for a year. Yeah, and it doesn't look like any damage, but as you look at it, like for SUVs, there's the side panel. Well, not the side, but the side of the vehicle, and then it's the lift gate. So at that seam, you can see where it's pushed in. But if you're not looking for it, you won't even notice. And so I don't have to tie it or anything. It just says it's open, but it's not. So it has to be something with the latch not connecting how it's supposed to be. Wow, Tony. Well, just be safe. Yeah, be safe with that. This was the NY12 from Natasha I used for concealer. You want to Buick this time. Wow. I think you're the only person that I know of that actually wants a Tesla. That's interesting to me, because I've heard so many horrible things. And they even have videos of Tesla accidents and stuff like that because the vehicle malfunctioned or the cameras weren't picking up something it was supposed to pick up, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just like, whew, your car is 24 years old. It's always something. I kept my last car until it started nickeling and diming me. And I had it for 15 years. And I bought that new. And so I said, and what's ironic is I bought that vehicle in September. And this one I purchased in September, 15 years later. So I said, I guess every 15 years in September I'll buy a new vehicle. Because I will ride it till it nickel and dime me. 14 watching. Oh, thank you, Sons of Rich. The 14 watching, 7 likes. Hit that button. Thank you. Janessa says she misses her old mechanic who retired. He was good at dumbing things down for me and letting me know what was necessary to avoid a flaming ball of death. Oh my gosh. But I'm glad. I'm glad he did that because we need you here. What was good to do early to not cause more? Okay. Preventative stuff. Yeah, okay. I love that saying with I'm starting to sweat. Off topic. We always off topic here. I'm here to do swatches, and we done talked about Temu, car dealership. I did see the new mothership. Yeah, I saw it. I don't even know what to say. The video that I saw that I liked the best was Morgan Turner's video. Because even though she will say she's a Pat McGrath stan and she used to be a collector, and YouTube is her job, so it does pay for her to buy her makeup. But she also gives unbiased thoughts too. Like she'll be like, oh, this, you know. And so that's why I like watching her because she's not just going to hype it up because she's a fan. You know what I mean? And some people will do that. I am starting to sweat, y'all. I'm like, what the hell? And I started to wear a short sleeve shirt, and I'm like, no, let me do this. I think, you know, I did talk about the Pat McGrath video, the Pat McGrath palette, excuse me, in a video I did. I don't think it aired yet, though. But I do have in the title thoughts about the palette. I had what the video was about, and then also thoughts about the palette. Chevy Malibu. Yo, those was the cars. Like, I used to hear a lot about Chevy Malibu. I am sweating. That's why I keep doing this. I need to go ahead and put powder on my face and spray it. Your first car was a Chevy Malibu. Yup. The Malibu was it, y'all. I am sweating. Oh my gosh. So what I forgot to show y'all last time, and I don't know why I forgot. What was it? Oh, it was Garden Grunge and Dark Side of the Rainbow. I did do a look with each palette, y'all, and I used all 8 shades for each look. It was something else I meant to show y'all in that video, and it was on the side of my desk, so I put it in front of me so I wouldn't forget the day. And it was my order from Nigel. And I remember when I had told you about the Mayron stuff, I said I still have an order coming from Nigel. And so we're going to just look at that really quick. And it's just something for me to practice with. I have powder all over my shirt. I tapped out too much into the cap. So I'm going to show y'all that really quick, and that's going to be what I play with, but I still want to play with the Mayron so I can get familiar with that formula. I found out for the event in 86 grand. Oh, yeah, those was the cars too. 86 grand am. This cashew really does give color to my face. And sometimes, well, I think I put too much because it's making me look toasty. But, what was I going to say? But I still want to play with the Mayron and get familiar. Oh, the event that's in May, I found out that I need to double check with the property, the owners, to see what their rules are, because it'll be considered me selling a service. And so, and I am cool with 2 of the owners, and one of them we actually consider ourselves chosen family sisters, and so, and we actually have lunch next week, so we're going to talk about that next week. So hopefully everything will be cool though, because I'm excited about it. This is Mood Light Sheer Lavender Pink from Hourglass. Put that there. Yeah, so I am excited about it, and I'm like, what if it's something that I'm not able to do? I'm gonna be so upset because I did purchase stuff for that. I purchased the water activated paints for that. I think this balanced out that cashew powder. And we're going to put on a little bit of Eternal Light also from Hourglass. And then I'm going to show you the stuff I bought from Nigel. And I am excited to play with it because I don't play with water activated paints. And so that means I'm going to be doing some troll play videos. And this makes me toasty. So that's why I'm just putting it in certain places. All right, so let's get into that after I spray my face. I am sweating. Sometimes I wonder if this makes me sweat. And it's supposed to be sweat proof, heat, all this other proof stuff. But some days I just seriously be sweating. So we're just going to press that since I didn't bring my fan over here. So what I got from Nigel, it was a set. And it says it's good for painting 10 faces. But then I think it depends on what size faces. Because if you're doing kids with little faces, I got a kid party, I think it'll last longer. But anyway, I bought it for me to play with, just to get familiar with playing with water activated face stuff. And that is Face Painting Makeup Disguise Stick. And that's what this looks like. One of these is a glitter. This is like a body glitter. And so we have white, black, red, primary colors that actually sit on the website. And so they have some, excuse me for the glare, pictures on the back. So we're just going to open this. I do think each thing in here is separate. I mean, not because it's not a palette. But I bought this for me to play with. I'm just opening this, which I didn't think to do before. So this is what we got. So this was the back of the paper. Oh man, they got this in a little case thing too. Okay, let me turn it this way. Okay. So this is what it is. And they have a little brush in here. Now I'm looking at this brush funny because I'm looking at these pictures. You can't do a whole face with this tiny brush. It would take you forever. But I guess they just wanted to put something in here. Anyway, so, and this brand is Craftopian. And the PAL, ooh, 36 months. I like that. So this is the red one. I have a question for y'all. And this one is loose. And this is the black one. I might as well go ahead and open it anyway, right? So I'm going to be playing with these. And it doesn't matter that they look dry and cracked because they're water activated. So the water is what's going to put it back together. This is the yellow. All of these caps are loose, which is probably why they're dried out. But water activated, so they're going to be dry. This is the white one. That's in there. I did. Okay, wait. All right, y'all. You see how this is? It is like completely smooth. And then there's like a dip in the middle. All these other ones, I'm gonna spray that one down because that don't look like, And you see how that look like that's a finger mark. That looks like something ain't right. And this one is cracked like the yellow one, which is cool. And the red one is a little cracked, but then it has like a swoosh in the middle. This one is completely smooth and it's all the way up on it. Unless this is the way it's supposed to look. And the other ones look cracked because it was partially open, but the lids weren't tight. Something good I found out, because I did look up that cosmetic spray from Mayron. And it does say it's also for water activated products. And so that made me happy because I remember saying how am I going to sanitize it? But that spray does say it's for that also. And this one, this has a plastic thing on it, but this is the glitter. Is it loose glitter? Oh, this is loose glitter. Ooh. So my question is, I saw Janessa said something. I am sick. Look, I'm sweating, y'all. That spray is supposed to be sweat resistant. It ain't. Look. I love Craftopian. I used to use their cream foundations for my drag makeup. I found it better than Ben Nye, but it was harder to find. Yeah, this site, the site was Nigel, Nigel. So that's where I got this from. I think it was like 20 bucks or something. Like it wasn't a lot of money at all. So I'm gonna leave this here. Yo, I am freaking sweating. Like, what the fuck? That spray is supposed to be sweat proof. So, like, why am I sweating? I can say with the Scandinavia, I don't, like, sweat doesn't bead up like it was on here. So that's annoying. I'm just still moving stuff. Ah! I dropped my concealer on the palette. Told you I got stuff all over my desk. And it's just ironic because when I'm at my station, I'm always like, oh, I got some stuff everywhere. And then I come over here and I'm like, I got stuff everywhere. And the desk is a whole lot more space. All right, let me... All right. The other thing I got from Nigel, and when I was like confused about the sponge density, I did purchase sponges from Nigel. So that might have been what I was thinking about. I got a 6-pack, and these are the medium. And so that's what was confusing me about the other one. I'm like, it had soft, medium, and firm. It was this that I was thinking about. And so, yeah, I didn't even open it. And I don't remember. I'm guessing, too, that the sponges are cut because the ones from Mayron, it looked like this, but it was 3. But even if this is not 3, or however, I can cut it however I want. So I did get the medium sponges. I just got 1 pack of those for like stippling. All right, y'all, let's get to, oh, this thing I want to show y'all. Do any of you still have the Fenty Beauty, switching topics? So don't be like, oh, sorry to change topics. And when somebody in, I think it might have been Monday's live stream, they apologized for switching topics. I'm like, we always do that anyway. I'm just like, did any of you used to use or still have the Fenty Buff Rider, like their body exfoliator? I don't use it often because I know I say after the shower or your bath, put lotion on your feet and put aloe socks on. I ordered to pick up at Kohl's. I never shop at Kohl's. So I went to use mine because when I walk barefoot, sometimes I drag my feet. And so my feet might get a little rough. And so I would use the Buff Rider. I like it because it's not oily. You know, I can use it on my feet in the shower. If my foot down, there's no slip. And so the other day I was using it. It was hard to squeeze out because it's in a squeeze tube, which I wish it wasn't. So I cut it open and I put it in here. And so I have, I don't know how big this is, but this is a lot. So I still have this. So I went online on the Fenty website. It is not on the Fenty website. I was like, oh. I went on Ulta website. It's no longer on the Ulta website. I was like, oh, shit, they're discontinuing this. Went on Sephora website. It's not on the Sephora website. I was like, what the fuck? So I just put in Fenty Beauty Buff Rider Exfoliator, and it showed different places, and that Kohl's had it. And so I put one in the cart, you know, cool. And when I went to the cart, I went to add a second one. It said not in stock. But so I reduced one, and it just had the one. So I picked up the one. I went into the store. I don't know what the hell is this. DoorDash is every friggin' where. Because something else I purchased, they had a DoorDash coupon in it. I don't use DoorDash. So they only had one to pick up. And today, while I was out to get my oil change, it's a Kohl's near there. So I stopped there. They don't have it either. And so I believe I may have the last Fenty Skin, Buff Rider Exfoliating Body Scrub. I do know Bestie used to use this too. But because I don't use it often, it took me like years to even have this much left, which was like up to here. Because you keep bending it to squeeze it, wouldn't. So it was like from here to here, it was this much product. And so I came back home and I'm looking again because I'm like, I really like this because it's not oily, it's not slippery. Very well, you have the last one in existence. You know what, Tanya? When I Googled it, like just the name of the product, a lot of eBays popped up. And I thought of you because I know you be eBaying it. And I probably should look on QVC too. But I'm just like, no, but it'll take me years to get through it. But still, I'm like, damn, like they discontinued. You was going to say eBay. Yeah, it showed some on eBay. And I think it was, I don't know how much it was. But they weren't expensive. $20, $25 or something like that. Something like that. But And of course, they don't give you your invoice, but so when I went into the Sephora ad calls, because Sephora will, just like MAC, it'll say something's not in stock, but it is. And that happened to me at Sephora back when I was looking for, I think it was one of them eyeliners or lipsticks or something. And online it said it wasn't in stock. So I said, okay. So I went into the store and I'm looking and they had some. And I'm like, so I said to the lady online, it shows it's out of stock. And she was like, oh, that's weird. When I was looking for the Fenty, not the Fenty, the MAC 210 brushes, I was going to order some online. Those are the ones I use for eyeliner for my upper lash line. And it showed they were in stock. I put 2 in my cart. It said out of stock. No, it said not available. And so I took one out and left one in, and it said it was available. So I'm just like, wait a minute. Let me just go to the store because it's like 10 minutes away at the mall. And she has said to me that they have to have a certain number in store in case somebody comes in and wants to buy it. They had like 3 in the store, but when I tried to buy 2 online, it said not available. But it would have allowed me to buy 1 online. So I'm thinking they probably have some in the store. They didn't have it in the store. So I was asking her for the body exfoliator. She took me to the skincare and she's like, oh, we have cookies and cream. I'm like, no, the Buff Rider. She was like, what's that? And I said, the body exfoliator. She's like, we don't sell that. And I'm like, so if any of y'all happen to see this somewhere and it's like cheap, like $5 cheap, which it costs more than $5. I'm saying that because of shipping. If y'all see this somewhere for like $5 or $7, get me one and ship it to me. You know, I'll PayPal you before you even ship it to me. But only if it's like $5 or $7 because shipping don't make it add up. But anyway, yeah. So I got that, and I'm just like, damn, like they did away with that. And so I'm hoping Tanya that she's on it, or if you see it somewhere, you know, message me and let me know, and then I'll do the order, or whichever. I did order. What did I order from? Oh, the Bio Beauty patches from QVC. I did order those. I talked about those already, so let me not talk about that again. So let's get into why we're here. This box. Notoriously Morbid. Y'all know I love that brand. I'll call Vivi and let her know we need some. You're watching QVC now, Dawn? So what, you got one eye going this way and one eye going that way? I'm joking. What was, I forgot what I was going to say. I am seriously sweating, y'all, and it's annoying me because I can feel, damn. Am I just that excited about this palette? When I saw the palette, I was like, y'all, this palette, I did open it at the mailbox, and then y'all see I packaged it back up. The Fenty spray, it's supposed to be like anti-sweat, all this other stuff. And half the time when I use it, I start to sweat really bad. I'm sweating, I'm freezing. So, y'all, the presentation, they did have, actually, it's my PR rep. If y'all ever watch a Notoriously Morbid video, that's Marissa, that's my PR rep. She looks like a 12-year-old kid, y'all. I'm just like, wow, she looks so... But they did show the palette, and I was like, ah. And they have it early access. I always want to say excess. Early access for Patreon members. And so I waited. But here it is. And so they sent me this. But in this presentation, y'all, when y'all see this palette, y'all gonna be like, yeah, that's Dion 100%. Right? The presentation. I was just like, oh. And so I tried to take the ribbon off, but it's actually wrapped around like the entire thing. And I'm just like, okay, that's nice. Something fell off. What is this? This just fell off of somewhere. Oh, Lord. All right, so let me pick it up this way then. But the ribbon is wrapped like all the way around. The presentation is amazing. I was like, oh. All right, let me take the ribbon off. I need to find where this came from. Y'all, and look at the, oh, you know what? It was on here, because I remember when I looked at it, I was thinking, okay, that's a pen. So that's where it came from. But it's a feather pen. Let's see how it writes. Ooh. I don't like fine point pens, but this is writing really nice. Ooh. So I'm like, but the quills you have to dip in ink to use them. So it's not like a what's the word I want to use? It's not an authentic quill. But yeah, it looks like a quill. Because quills you have to dip in ink and then write with it, dip and dip. This one you don't. So, but yeah, it is what it looks like. Y'all, I was just like, and they have this in here. Welcome to, oh, this is a whole thing. Welcome to your Eternal Beauties PR box containing the Eternal Beauties palette. Each shade in the palette is a tribute to the complex and intriguing female characters that Poe, Edgar Allan Poe, brought to life in his works. From the hauntingly beautiful Lenore to the enigmatic, whatever this lady's name is. Lygia, I'm sure I pronounced that wrong. These characters are immortalized in a range of stunning gothic hues. This palette releases March 28th. It does retail for, well, will retail for $34.99. You can begin to showcase it now as long as everything is intact. We have added some cute Poe-themed goodies along with your PR box to set the mood. We hope you love it. The NM team. All right, so this will be available next week. This is cute. This is cute. So you can hang this somewhere. So I'm just like, this launch, I'm just like, now I don't know if all of this stuff will come with it. And they have some stickers. That's Edgar over here. Ooh, a vampire bat. Well, y'all can see. So this is this. And, oh, for the pen, they have a notebook. Y'all, I'm just like, what? And then we have the palette. And, y'all, when y'all see this, y'all gonna be like, oh, hell yeah, that's Dion right there. I did look up the difference between goth and grunge, and the lines are blurred. Because I know I always say I like grunge. And they're saying this is gothic, but nice add-ons to the movie. Yeah, I am like sweating. Like this is wet. Like, so we're gonna open this up. This is the sleeve, y'all. Look. I am. And the back, y'all, this said 24 months, and I'm just like, because the other one, you know, she had said they were stock sleeves, but this is textured, like this ribbon around it is textured, and this you can feel this too. But look, so you open it, it looks just like that, right? The back of this doesn't have anything on it except the PAO is 24 months. Says it's vegan. It has the bunny on here and recyclable, which is what's on here, except they have the ingredients on here and then the Notoriously Morbid symbol. So y'all, and this, I just noticed this day because I didn't take this out. Well, I took it out, looked at it, but I didn't notice that it was whatever that is, iridescent or whatever. And I didn't notice it was like that on here either. That is so nice, y'all. Look at this palette, y'all. Look at this palette. Look at, is this not me or what? I was just like, so when I saw it on their YouTube channel, I was like, I'm getting it. This to me is a condensed version of 669, because that one did have 3 blacks in it too. So we have a black with shimmer, we have a matte black. This actually looks more brown black in person, even compared to this one. And this one looks like it has a green undertone to it, a green base to it. But in person, it looks almost like a dark green brown. So it's only, and this is a gray. So it's only 2 blacks, a black with shimmer and a matte black. Red, then a red shimmer, this dark brown, and a purple shimmer. So we're going to swatch this, y'all. And I was just like, yeah, 669, right? Yes, 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 Janessa. I was just like, and then I'm like, am I drooling? Like, let me close my mouth. So this is what we're gonna. Yo, I'm fucking sweating. You know what? I think my neighbor has his heat up because my thermostat is set on 69, but last I looked at my thermostat, it said it was 74 in here, and this is a thick sweatshirt. Okay, checking to see my forehead is dry. So we're going to get it. Yo, oh my gosh, I am like so freaking excited for this because y'all know. Did you ever get the Crow's palette? No, because it was pressed pigments. Yeah, it did have pressed pigments. Yeah, so I didn't get that one. I would have, and I was excited to get it. And I was so excited to get it that I'm looking at it on the website, and I'm like, I don't know if it's pressed pigments or not, because I just kept looking at the color story. So I even emailed the brand, and they were like, yes, it's pressed pigments, and it says on the website what shades are. And I was like, oh, sorry. And I went back on the website again, and it did say which ones was pressed pigments. I was in plain sight. I did not see it. I was just like, oh my God. But yeah. Yeah, I would have got it. But y'all, this I am excited and I'm annoyed. I was gonna say frustrated, but I'm annoyed because I am like so freaking sweaty. I'm just making sure my forehead is dry. So we're gonna do the blacks first, just so we can see. This is a pretty palette. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 mattes, which gives us 5, 6, 7 metallic shimmers. And I don't know if it's shifty or not. And you know what? I really don't even care because this is just me all the way. So we're going to. So we're going to put this one here. This is the black with shimmer. And I don't see the shimmer. When I was watching Marissa's video, because she did the look with this. Did she do 2 looks or 1 look? And blending it out, it does blend out quite nicely into like a smoke gray type thing. Excuse me. And now we're going to swatch this one, which was really nice. Oh, and the imprints that's in it. Look at that. You already ruined this one and that one. But, so we're going to do, there's 4. I'm going to see if I can get all 4 in a row, just so we can see like how different they are. So this is the matte black. Okay. I'm trying to see if they look different. Now we're going to come over to this one, which is more like a smoke gray brown thing. Y'all know I see colors funny, but to me it looks almost brownish. And so where the black ones, it didn't show up at all on here. But this one does. This one. So we're going to put that down here. I like that they do have the varying shades of black. Or like these dark colors. Oh my gosh. I want to cry. I'm so happy. And so now we're going to take this one. Look at these beads of sweat around. Oh, what the hell? Oh, which side did I just watch it on? I want to say this side. Let's get a new one because I don't know what side I did. So, and this one is this. I wonder if they'll show up different on my lid because of the primer or if I put the paint pot. So these are different. To me though, surprisingly, the matte black one looks lighter than this one. And this is the one that has the shimmer in it. They are similar. They are similar. They are different. They're not exact, but yeah. Yeah, I like it. I can't tell what's, okay, let me see. And then we're going to take this one. We're going to put that here. It's pretty. Ooh. It's pretty the way the light hits it. It's nice. Thank you for the thumbs up. Now let's just do this one. So we're just kind of sticking with color stories here. Y'all. I was like 6'9", had a little sister. I love that palette, and y'all know I love that palette. This is nice. So the next couple days, I'm going to be using this palette, and what we were going to talk about tonight was, look at my face, y'all, I'm sweating, like what the hell? I moved tonight's live to Thursday when I was going to tell y'all about this project that I was working on that I was really excited about. But I'm more excited about this. Y'all know I love a Swatch party. Whew, I am sweating. Okay, so now we're just going to go here and then these and then... Actually, let's do the reds and the orange. Let's start here. So I'm just kind of keeping color families together. That is pretty. This will be pretty on the first part of the lid. I'm going to turn it over and we're going to do this one. Y'all, this palette, it just goes on so smooth. I was going to try to bring 669 with me, but I bought Xenon instead. Dawn, I need to see that. I need to see you do a look with that. Now we're going to do this one. This one is a matte. Y'all, these are just so smooth. I'm seeing two different colors in there. Or maybe it's the way the light is hitting it. Because I'm seeing like a pinky orange over here. And then right here I'm seeing like the gold. And then here I'm seeing like a pinky something. Are y'all seeing what I'm seeing? That's this shade. Is this one done? No, so we got 1, 2, 3 more to do. All right, so let's do this one. Y'all, I am so excited about this palette. That's this shade. And now we're going to do this one. That's what that looks like. And then we just got the purple. Yeah, we just have the purple. And that's what that looks like. So 3, 6, 10, 12. Yeah, so that's all the shades. Y'all, I'm so excited. I'm so excited about this palette. I'm trying to find where to put the sponge tip. So this is eternal. This is like, it just feels just... But so this is that palette. So I have a question off topic from this. You're looking at this. This does look like it has a green base to it. And they are similar, but they're not identical. But will they look the same on the lid? I don't even care, because I didn't care that 669 had 3 blacks in it. One was a black with shimmer, one was a matte black, and one was like a smoke gray. I did not care, because y'all know I will use a black. I think they could have a deep blue and for one of the blacks. But if they're sticking to Edgar Allan Poe, I don't know if a blue would go with that theme. And so that's something I keep in mind too, is what were they going for? And I don't know, I used to read his books back in the day. All of his stuff was like dark, moody, weird, chaotic. And don't quote me, but I seem to think there was some controversy about him because he was a drug addict. And so when he was writing that weird stuff, he was high. Don't quote me on that. Please Google it. Evermore LOL, says Tanya. So, yeah, but this is definitely Edgar Allan Poe inspired. Like, definitely. Because all of his stuff was dark and moody. And so I am very happy with this color story. I'm excited to have this. I will be using this over the next few days. And I was really excited that it came early. So it releases on the 28th. So that gives me time to just do complete looks instead of one look, one eye. Just trying to get it out, the video out. But I'm excited about this. And so that's the swatches for that. I do have a question for y'all. I don't think I showed y'all the packaging it was in. I'm gonna keep this paper. For what? I don't know. But definitely Edgar Allan Poe. Like this PR kit right here. I'm just like, that would be cool wallpaper. Dawn, you are. I mean, who said that? Yeah, Dawn. Yeah, it would. Maybe I'll put it back here. Or the inside lining of a hoodie. And I do have a hoodie that has skulls on the sleeve. Actually, it's one of them things I got from Temu over a year ago. Because they had some golf clothing. You can place the item on it for a flat lay. I could do that. We'll see if I remember. But yeah, so that's the swatches for this. And I'm saying that as a stopping place. And so I'm going to just tell her when I email this to her, I'm going to timestamp. Well, I'll have timestamps anyway in the live stream, but if I don't forget. But I'm gonna put in my email to her the timestamps when we started Swatches and when we stopped. But so I just said that so I wouldn't forget. But you know what? I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna use my new pen. Timestamp. Timestamp swatches. Because I did realize, I really didn't realize it until today. Even though I always talk about a lot of things in my live streams. You save tissue paper for gifts, you're cheap. It really didn't hit me today that when I do live streams, I talk about a whole lot of stuff. And and because I was thinking about other swatches I do, I always send her the link, but then I'm just like, I'm talking about a whole bunch of other stuff. So I was very aware of it today. So that's why I'm going to timestamp it for her. But this is a question, and then we'll close on this. Debutante here on YouTube. Me and her are cool. She had put out a video. She does a lot of lives. It's called a live stream. A live stream? 20 summer shades for me, but it's very po. I really just like dark looks, and so that's why that's why, Janet, I'm okay with all the dark shades because I will use all the shades. I use all the ones in 669. But yeah, I get it though, and it's probably hypocritical of me because I don't like similar shades in a palette, especially if they're the reddish tones because they do show up the same. But you give me different tones of blacks, I'm all for it. But yeah, I could do black multiples that look the same, but any other color, I'm just like, no, no. And so I am a hypocrite in that way. I do acknowledge that. So yeah, she does a lot of lives. And a couple weeks ago, I think she did a video and she was talking about how when she realized all the time that she was spending for editing, and I don't particularly like editing either, but I did find a way to do the eye look, do the face, and then come back and be like finished look. So that's a whole chunk I just edit out instead of edit this, edit that, or like how some people they put pop-ups of stuff and they zoom in. And Allie, she'll do the zooms in and zooms out and stuff like that. But I don't do all of that stuff. But it does take a lot of time. And I don't. Why am I tapping my forehead? And I want to say Deb used to do that too. But she did a video saying because it was taking so opioid. Thank you, Janet. Yeah, I think yeah. Yeah, and he was doing some of his writing when he was so that's why his stuff is so freaking weird. But I loved it. I'm like, if that's what it takes. No, I do not condone substance abuse. Just to be clear, I do not condone substance abuse. And so she did a video saying that she realized how long it was taking for her editing. And so she decided she's going to try and see, how her subscribers like it and see what the feedback is. But she said she was just going to do live streams and she wasn't going to do regular videos. And she said she's going to do them two different ways. She's going to do a live stream where she says she will try her best not to look at the chat. And so she'll do her live stream, but she'll do it as if it was a video. And she said her moderators will answer questions and deal with the chat, and she won't even deal with the chat. So she'll just do it like it's a video, even though it's a live stream. And her other live stream, she would look at the chat and it would be interactive. And so that had me thinking, like, should I do more lives? And then I was thinking, would that work? Because when I do like a 3 palette video, each look is a separate day. Condensed lives and normal lives. Yeah. And so, but I still think they're going to be kind of, well, no, because I saw a thumbnail from her today and it was like 20 something, 30 something minutes. But when I do a 3 palette video, that's a different look every day. So that's 3 days. And so that didn't work. But then I was thinking about if I do one look this side, one look that high, that we can do in a live stream. And of course, stuff like this, swatch parties, other stuff that comes in. And then I realized usually on Thursdays is something more commentary where we're just talking about something. And so I was just it was rolling around in my head today when I woke up, which is not a good time for me to think because I'm still half asleep, was if you all, particularly the members, because y'all know members get to say what I do, would you like more lives? And so right now we're doing Monday and Thursday, so it wouldn't be like every day, but maybe another one another day a week if I'm doing like one look this eye, one look that eye, that type of thing. Would y'all want to see that in a live stream? And I would just hope that I can stay on track with reading the comments and still doing the look. And I know I talk through all of my videos anyway. I'm just like blah 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 blah. But reading the chat and responding to that, I don't know if that would be if I would be able to do that, but I wouldn't know until I try it. And so for the members who are here, and I'll do a members only post as well. So right now we have Dawn in here, Janessa, Grace. Did I see Sylvia earlier? I think I did see Sylvia earlier. I'm just scrolling through to see if that's something that you all would like. I thought I saw Sylvia earlier. I'm scrolling through. Oh, there she is. Yeah, she's here. But I'll do a members only post on that too. But oh, hey Sarah. Yeah. I know you watch sometimes on your TV. And so that's something I was thinking about. But then it's like I'm not. The only thing, oh, you watching on TV now? I am sweating. And the only thing, another thing with that is I wouldn't edit out the face because that would be part of the video. You know what I mean? Which may make it a little longer. But if it's one look one eye, one look another, then is it really longer? But if I did a 3 look, 3 palettes, that definitely would not be alive because I need different days to do the different palettes. So that's the question. So y'all can let me know what you think, and the members will decide for sure if I try that or not. But if y'all would like another live during the week, and it wouldn't be every week, I don't think. I do love the interaction. I do love. The first thing I love is the interaction. My second love is not editing. And because I've learned to edit in chunks, like it's not very time consuming. Janet says so far people had a little difficulty with the less interaction on the condensed ones. For Deb's videos. Yeah, and I remember her like near the end of her video, she said, we'll just try it and see. And so that's what I was kind of thinking too, because because for me that's part of it. That is the whole thing of it, is the interaction. And so I was thinking like, okay, if it is like a video, then just watch it like afterwards and not actually be in the live. You know what I mean? And it is different, being in the live and then watching the replay. And replay crew rocks. I do love it. So Janessa says, yeah, so that was my thing, because I love the interaction. And so even if we did a third live every other week or whatever, I still would be reading the chat. Oh, wait. Did I miss? Okay, somebody saying Dawn did something. I missed it. What? Okay. Janessa says, my schedule gets a little wild sometimes, so not sure how much I can attend additional lives, but I always think lives are fun when I can attend. I love lives. I do. I'm missing something. Dawn said, darn, I'm hoping it would be someone in the chat tonight. I love that you give memberships. So generous. We love talking amongst ourselves too. I think it's still worth trying. It did not pop up, Dawn, that you gifted a live. Thank you. And it always used to do that. So I'm looking at it like, because it'll pop up in the chat. And that's how I would always know that you did that and Sandy did it. Yeah, it did not pop up. That is so weird. Well, thank you, Dawn. Because I'm good for always saying thank you for stuff. There's something over here that has a blue light. I'm scared to touch it because I don't want it to mess up whatever's going on. Yeah, it didn't, unless that's where it popped up at. I don't know. But thank you, Dawn. Thank you so much. That is so weird that it didn't show me. So yeah, I love also like when y'all talk to each other too. Um, oh, now it just popped up. Oh, no, 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 it's Janet. Janet said Dawn gifted 2 memberships. This is so freaking weird. Thank you for writing that, Janet. On the show, and Dawn has been a member for 10 months. Yes, I do recommend it. Stay away from the light camera. Yeah, so that's weird, and I'm scared to hit this button. You know, I'm gonna hit that button. That ain't it. No. I don't know what that is. Yeah, this is just so freaking weird. But so that was the question. So the rest of you can chime in, but we're going to go by what the majority of the members vote. I am going to do a members only post. But with the rest of you, would y'all be down for another live? I am sweating. Like, I'm like sticky. Like, what? This is weird. This is so bizarre. Yeah, so that was it. So we did a whole lot of stuff. Thank you so much, Dawn, for gifting memberships. Because usually it'll pop up. It'll say like Dawn gifted membership, and then it'll show who received the membership. And that's when I would say, okay, that person's name is familiar. I don't know who that one is. Nothing popped up. So I'm glad y'all said that. Thank you. Because I didn't want it to seem like I was just like, oh, she's not being thankful for it. It did not pop up. Y'all, YouTube be doing some weird ass shit sometimes. They do. You don't have anyone to talk about with makeup. It's not showing up over here, Janet. And I keep scrolling up, but then I'm back up to. It did not pop up at all. That would be cool news. That would be cool wrapping paper. 669, but she took Xenon. Like it did not. It did not. And that's unfortunate because if y'all didn't say anything, I wouldn't have known. Yeah, it did show up that she's been a member for 10 months. That popped up. Yeah, my end is not showing. Oh, Wanna Be Natural. She's a frequent viewer. Nebulous Nectar does sound familiar. They were here before. Okay, this is so fucking weird. So at least they both have been here. So that I really like, because sometimes I'm like, I don't have any recollection of who this person is at all. So at least it's people who have been here. So that'll be good. So yeah, so that is it. So we talked about the Fenty Buff Rider. We talked about my brakes. We talked about the oil change. We showed the Nigel stuff, the set that I bought for me to experiment with. And that may be something we do in a live stream too. Just me painting the face, just trying something different. So that'll be hella interesting. With water activated stuff, because I have done role play with the Grinch and squigglies and something else I did. And we'll try the sponges. I did order. I'm a clown. I ordered some more of those AOA sponges because I do realize that most water activated stuff for the face, people use sponges. And so I still have the one from before, and then I sent the rest of the bag to Bestie, and then I ended up just buying 2 more bags. So I'm just like, oh God. But so we're going to do that. Is that a question, Pony? Or you're just saying like I don't understand what. But so yeah, we'll see what's going to happen with that. But y'all, the next couple days, yeah, I'm gonna do a members only post, and we'll see. Because I'm definitely digging into this starting tomorrow. I am excited about it. So, but we're gonna go, y'all. And then we also talked about, and then I keep talking. Yeah, we talked about a whole lot of stuff. So we are going to go. I do like that my lives have been a tad shorter. Because I know one was like 2.5 hours. I was like, damn. This one we're almost at 1 hour and 15. Don't use this spray in the summer if you're sweating like that. And you know what's messed up? Is the first couple of times I tried it, I really liked it. And so when it was either a point multiplier thing or they were on sale or something, and I bought another one as a backup. But I'm just like, why? Like if it's 74 or 75 degrees in here and I'm sweating like this, like there's no way in hell in the summertime. And it's supposed to be sweat resistant and all that other resistant stuff. So I don't know. Maybe I'm spraying too much. I don't know. So Danessa's saying good night, everyone. We are going to go. Members, be looking out for the post. I'll do it after this video, after this live. And then I'm going to fix dinner. Then here, but then in the background, styling watcher. I appreciate it a lot. Thank all of you for being here. And thank you again, Dawn, for gifting memberships. And thank you all for letting me know, because it ain't pop up. This is weird. So I'm feeling some kind of way about that, because I don't want to miss saying the thank yous for stuff. But so, Eternal Beauties, it launches on the 28th. $34.99. My code is down below. And I can't even say what the code is. I know it's Dion something, because all my codes are a little bit different. Like Joe Beauty is Joe Beauty 87 everywhere except one place. Karen is Cage Makeup everywhere. Mine's be different, but it'll be down below if you are interested in this for next week. And of course, I will be posting it when it goes live next week. But so anyway, so yes, everybody have a good night. Thank you for the interaction. Thank you for answering about the break stuff. You know what, Janessa? She put Dion 15. I think it's Dion Loves 15. I think it's Dion Loves 15. I think. Game over. Dawn's crying. No. That's quite Dawn. Yeah, Dion Loves 15. Thank you, Janessa. You need to start doing videos, Dawn. And you could do some lives. How about that? And you won't have to edit. So we're going to go, y'all. I have videos going up the rest of this week. Today is what, Monday? Yeah. Excuse me. I have videos going up the rest of this week, and we'll be back here Thursday with the project that I'm working on that I was going to tell you about today, but then, you know, I got this. So I'm like, we want to do this. Yeah, so that'll be it for the night. Thank you so much. And as always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you. And you will see me here Thursday, but you'll see videos until then. So good night, everybody.